I know I've been gone for a good minute, and I'll talk about that in the video. But I will say from the bottom of my heart, I sincerely apologize to people who would actually watch my videos on a weekly basis. Because I would go through this wave of uploading a video each week for a month and then take 3 months off and then come back to it and take another 3 months off. And then here I am back at it. But I promise you I will not take 3 months off because, well, I'll talk about it in the video. So when I originally thought about doing this video, I thought about talk about the childhood and how it ties into what is my life now. Because I believe when you tell a story, you need to start from the very beginning. So by the end of your story, your audience is ensured to have completely understand your synopsis, your whole plot and everything, to when it comes to the conclusion, they can't help it but understand. But I talked about, my whole childhood on here and how it contributed to my life now. So I'm gonna just bypass that and just get to the point. But for those who are new to this channel, I will give you clip notes of what was my childhood and how it contributes to my life now. When I was younger, I wanted to be a WWE superstar on TV, but because of my heart condition, that was out of the cards for me. I ended up deciding to do acting instead, and it was only fitting because even as a little toddler, I enjoyed being in front of the camera. So fast forward to freshman year, when I am kind of getting into YouTube, because I didn't know that actually people would make YouTube videos. I would only go on there and watch the wrestling matches that I had missed from the prior nights. But I found a few YouTubers and I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of dope. Like, I would like to do that. But I kind of needed that push. So when I got the push from my teacher, I made my YouTube channel. And on this channel, I've talked about, a few reasons. One of the reasons I made my channel was to practice my craft and get better and share it with the world. And also share my opinion about anything with people, because I was a very opinionated person, as well I still am. But there was another reason that I never said, because I was kind of, I guess you could say, ashamed of it, because it kind of makes me look bad. But I feel as though I'm just going to be honest. One of the reasons that I started my channel was to become famous, because I thought that that would just be the shortcut to help me with my acting career, because the two YouTubers that I would watch would become famous. So I thought making my channel would help me with that. Bad idea. And people always say it, well, YouTubers always say it, or like the big famous ones say it, if you're trying to get famous on YouTube, like if that is your goal, that is not really idealistic and it probably won't happen. And for me, that was the case. It did not happen, but that we'll get into that. So I started my channel back in freshman year. The years passed, so a year would go by, and then my sophomore year, and then my junior year, and I'm noticing, okay, well, my subscribers are not going up. My views are low-key going down, and I am high-key stressing now, because here I am in my senior year and I have yet to reach 400 subscribers, and well, you can't really do things that I was hoping to do with 400 subscribers, which I don't have. When I started my senior year and colleges started getting brought up and whatnot, that's when I started to freak out, because YouTube was the thing I was hoping for to make my life easier. So that was just not working out, and I kind of went into this kind of hole that kind of just consumed me and overwhelmed me, because I felt kind of lost, because I knew that acting and being behind the cameras was a tricky business to get into, and me personally, I didn't know how I would even get into it. So that really just helped out and contributed to me feeling extremely bad, to where I really didn't want to make YouTube videos, because my thought was, I'm not getting famous. I am not at all getting subscribers. And it's kind of like a kind of a messed up thing to say, because I really did and I do enjoy entertaining people, and that's why I did continue to make videos, because there were people who genuinely liked my videos and actually liked to watch it. So, you know, when it came to the point where I kind of cared a little less of the sole purpose to entertain people and more of the selfish side and getting famous, that's where it's like, okay, then, like, you know, I really need to take a step back and, you know, get things in order and figure out what I really want. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be honest for those who are in high school and have heard it, because we hear this a lot in high school. People tend to tell high school students that it's okay to not know what you want to do after high school. And it's true. It's completely true. It's okay to not know what you want to do with your life after high school, because one day you will figure it out. But the thing that people always tend to leave out is the anxiety that you will feel when everybody around you knows what they're going to do with their lives and you don't. I'm gonna let that sink in and process it, because yes, someone else, me, understands what you're going through, because I too was and am and struggles with it as well. But like I said, one day you will figure it out, and it will probably come out at you out of nowhere, as it did for me. So I thought. So I have this video and production class at my school, and he was having us do this thing called EverFi, and it was where we just kind of got financially certified, I guess, to where we can help people with financial stuff. But it's not the best thing to get money advice from me, because I spend money so fast and like nothing so quick on not even myself, but on the people I surround myself with, which I'm getting off topic, so I'll go back. So this, you're a mayor and you help out people in your town with money. And one of the lessons was towards the end, and it was where I was helping out this guy plan his future. I helped him buy his first car, house, and getting married, and stuff like that. And doing that really hit me and made me realize that that is what I want. I want that family. I want that car. I want that white picket fence, which it wasn't even a picket fence, but it's just the saying that people use in the movies. That is what I want. I want to be secure and loved. I kind of, you know, put two and two together and created something which I didn't create. But in my head, I was able to make this plan. So I always loved school. Well, I didn't love the learning process, but I loved being there with friends in the whole environment, and I love film. So why not combine the two and become a film teacher, kind of like the teacher that I have now. So when I figured that out, I felt this feeling that I have not felt in a while, and that was security and being safe and knowing what I wanted to do with my life. I really felt good about it. I was like, yes, James, like you figured out something, and you can't help it but be happy about it. I was going to my college, so I went to meet with my counselor. I did the whole orientation and stuff like that, and I sat with him, and he was like, what is your plan? And I said, I want to get my associates in film and then transfer out and get my teaching credentials and become a film teacher. And when I said that, he kind of made a face like, are you sure about that? So it turns out that the film associates at the school I'm going to be attending isn't a transferable associates. No, the associates that they would give me is more of a certificate that says, congratulations, here's your associates. It's basically a piece of paper, and it's worthless. It's kind of something you just hang up on your wall, which is not what I need. And I kind of was like, oh, okay, thank you. And I felt really discouraged and extremely just confused and lost, because here I was just getting out of this hole, this black hole, and thought I figured things out, but turns out I didn't. So I had to take a step back and rethink things, and I was like, okay, well, maybe film teaching isn't what is for me. So I was like, you know what, I'll just become an English teacher because I like to storytell. whether it's through videos or just writing or just talking. I am down with the cause, and it's something that I won't hate, but it's also not my first plan. It's something that I will be content with, not necessarily settle for, because I feel like that kind of is a negative way of saying things, but it's something that I'd be okay with. But I recently, my bad, microphone. I recently went on a trip. My film and video production teacher, Mr. Tidor, hooked our class up and got us VIP, backstage tour bus, not tour bus, but tour to Sony Studios. And when I got there, I nearly cried. My eyes got really watery because it's something I had always envisioned, is going on a movie studio and working there, whether it's behind or in front of the camera. I'm getting teary right now because that's how much I really loved it. It's something I always wanted. So when I got there, I couldn't believe that it was taking place. It was just so surreal. And I was standing in the middle of the Goldbergs kitchen. It's a great TV show. And I was standing in the kitchen and I was just envisioning the camera, and I was like, this is what I want. This is what I always dreamt of, and it's what I'm going to get. And yeah, I really want it. That little trip, well, not little, was extremely huge. It gave me the bite that I was missing. It gave me the film and movie bite that I once had when I was younger that I eventually lost. And it made me realize that, it made me go back to where I used to be, and it's like, this is what I want. This is what I want to achieve. So it's what I'm going to get. So things are finally falling into place for me. All these things, and since all these things are falling into place, I'm kind of feeling better, and how I used to be. And how I used to be was sitting in my room, talking to a camera, being really happy. And I feel as though it is time to turn that camera back on and be in my room again and talk to the camera. So this is what I am doing now. Here I am, you hearing me talk, and you are seeing a real raw version of myself that you have never seen. So yeah, I really hope that you guys can come along with this journey of me just growing and life after high school, and just the chase of making my dreams become a reality. So I really hope you guys come along for the ride and watch and subscribe and all that good stuff. So thank you for hearing me out, and this is what I have been going through for the past 7-8 months of my senior year. So I hope you understand why I have not been uploading videos, because now you know what I've been going through, and I hope that you guys understand. And for those who can relate to some of the things that I have mentioned about feeling anxiety, about not knowing what you want to do, know that you're not alone, that there are other people out there who understand what you're going through. And I'm not going to tell you don't worry about it, because worry about it. You can't help but worry about it. But I will say is, don't let it get you too down, because one day, like me, you will figure it out. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next week with a whole new video. Bye-bye.